Website launched by the LDS Church today promotes understanding and compassionate toward the gay and lesbian community. News specialist Richard Pyatt has been talking to people about this new site, and Rich, there's a lot of reaction. What are you hearing most prominently?
Well, people are very pleased about this website. A lot of people have been looking at it all day, and it was 2 years in the making. The LDS Church built it because they want to foster compassion when dealing with the issue of same-sex attraction.
They're afraid that if they tell their family, they'll lose their family.
Let them share. Let them be open. Let them be with you.
It's hard when you feel that your experience is negated or, in some cases, outright denied.
Well, the site has folks like those people, members of the church, relating their experiences on the topic, encouraging open dialogue and civility. Such a resource will not answer all questions about same-sex attraction or homosexuality, and the church's position on it has not changed. But therapists say the site's attitude of acceptance and love is crucial for families.
It's paramount. It is the most important thing that a parent can do, because this child has been alone for so many years, and by the time that they come out, they've felt rejection from everybody, and they need to have that acceptance and safe place to go.
And so from the gay community here in Utah, the website is seen as a step forward. At the same time, there are still obviously stark differences that exist between that community and the church on issues like gay marriage. Deanie?
Thanks, Rich. Utah Senator-elect Jim DeBackus, currently the only openly gay member of the Utah legislature, issued this statement today. In part, it says, the LDS Church has shown that its underlying principles of love and acceptance are present in this ongoing communication process. I salute leaders of the Mormon Church and look forward to continuing a dialogue of respect and greater understanding. We're joined right now by the McGee family and their son Drew, who came out at the age of 16 to his parents. They are active members of the LDS Church. He is not. We often hear that families in this situation feel isolation, and I'm wondering, first off, if that was your experience.
With me? I think so. I think that the first reaction that you have is isolation. Where do you go? Who do you talk to? What do you say to your friends? How is the church going to feel about this? You have church callings. I think you just kind of keep quiet.
And in fact, Len, your church calling, I don't know if it was at the time, was a member of the bishopric.
Right.
How did you feel that conflict, or did you feel a conflict with a son that had come out and acknowledged?
Well, we believe in the gospel very much, and the major tenet of the gospel, as I understand it, as Christ says, is love one another. It's not love one another except. And you don't show love by discrimination or exclusion or disdain. And I don't think we ever felt like that in our ward at all. There was always an acceptance of Drew and of us and who he was.
So the fundamental principles provided that clarity.
Exactly.
Drew, I'm interested, what did you expect their reaction to be?
I didn't know what to expect their reaction to be. They've always been very loving, very warm parents, and I wasn't sure of what they would say, but I've never felt anything but love and warmth and acceptance from them and from our entire extended family, and I'm very glad about that, and I'm unfortunately one of the few people that feels that compared to a vast majority that feel rejected.
You feel then that the most common experience is the opposite?
Yeah, unfortunately, and I think that this website is a small step in the opposite direction and a step towards love and acceptance and understanding.
How specifically could this website help other families? Does it change perceptions? Does it offer tangible resources?
I think so. I think the website, I looked at it extensively today and read through everything on it, and I think that just the fact that the church has a website that says accept the people that come out to you, accept them, keep them in your family, don't throw them out of your family, don't ostracize them, don't do those kind of things. I think that is just a tremendous step in the right direction from the leaders of this church.
Fair to say maybe even a sigh of relief from some people that can now know that it's okay to do what comes naturally and love the people that they want to love.
Really, really. I think that people have wondered what to do. I mean, I think that the past issues in the church has been evolving. You see things evolving in the church, and this website is just one more evolution in that step, and I think that's just a very welcome thing. I think it'll help.
Well, if the statistics hold, there are probably hundreds of thousands of members of the church that are gay. And they need to know that they can be accepted. They need to know that they are loved and the church loves them.
And you, as you said, it doesn't accept or promote, but accepting the person, loving them.
Exactly, exactly.
All right, Drew, would this site have helped you?
I think it would have. I think that the site still has some problems. It still holds to the fact that they can't love who they love, but they can be accepted into the church if they, you know, abstain from those feelings. But I think overall, anything that promotes love and acceptance over rejection, fear, and hatred is better.
And I know your experience, you say, has been different than most, but do you feel like most in general welcome this and feel like it is a positive, a definite step in the right direction?
Yes, I do.
All right. Well, we appreciate you sharing this experience. As you've suggested, it probably exists more than many of us know, and now many will be able to feel more acceptance and love in the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, this is a topic that the national news outlets have picked up on. The Washington Post, Slate.com, and bloggers across the country are weighing in on the new website. Also, Facebook, Twitter, social media, they are exploding with comments. If you would like to express yourself, join the conversation. We'll continue it on KSL.com.
Thank you, Brett. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints launched a new website today focusing on its position on homosexuality. Many view the site as an attempt by the church to soften its tone on faith and sexuality. Fox 13's Ben Winslow is at Temple Square tonight. Ben.
Well, MormonsandGays.org makes it clear where the church stands on issues surrounding homosexuality, but that the church is subtly members, encouraging more acceptance of family members and neighbors who are gay. Some in Utah's lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community believe that positive, if not overdue, step in the right direction.
One of the things I like about what you see on this website is that people have hope.
The new website, MormonsandGays.org, features church leaders and members talking about homosexuality. The LDS Church insists it is not changing its doctrine.
What we do know is that sexual activity should only occur between a man and a woman who are married has not changed and is not changing. And what needs to change is to help our own members and families understand how to deal with same-gender attraction.
But observers note there are some significant changes to previous church pronouncements on homosexuality. The church now says sexuality is not a choice.
That position is not as straightforward as the American Psychiatric Association's position, but it's pretty that they are beginning to this understanding that your sexuality is not a choice, and certainly not always a choice.
It also no longer encourages LGBT members to marry someone of the opposite sex, and the site says it asks gay Mormons to stay with us, though they must remain celibate. The website also encourages members to be more accepting of gay people, even those who may pursue a gay lifestyle.
I think doctrinal issues are doctrinal issues, but the recognition and the communication and the church is saying we want everybody in every ward and in every state to know that we support and love our gay and lesbian members is the kind of thing that will only make life in our community better.
Jim DeBacchus was among a handful of members of Utah's gay community who engaged in dialogues with the LDS Church in the aftermath of Proposition 8. The Utah Pride Center's Valerie Larrabee also believes the church's new statements are promising.
If it does what I hope it will do is increase the conversation in families and decrease the amount of rejection.
There are a lot of community members locally and nationwide and probably around the world that have a difficult time reconciling their faith and who they are being LGBT.
Drew McGee came out to his devoutly Mormon family when he was 16. He says they accepted him for who he is.
I feel really lucky and really blessed that they reacted in such a loving way, and it's all too rare that people except when someone in their life comes out as LGBT.
We feel that this can only lead to greater sensitivity and better understanding, and that's what we're about.
Rejection is apparently a significant problem. A recent survey about family acceptance by San Francisco University of LGBT youth found gay teens 8 times more likely to attempt suicide if they're rejected from their homes. They're also nearly 6 times more likely to suffer from depression, more likely to use illegal drugs or practice unsafe sex. Bob?
Now, Ben, is there any pushback here? I mean, is the website generating any opposition among any groups?
You know, it certainly sparked a healthy discussion online. Certainly a lot of people, particularly in the LGBT community, taking issue with the church's love the sinner, hate the sin approach. Troy Williams, a gay rights activist here in Salt Lake City, said that he found the site had some offensive language, the terminology that the church would use. He said it was offensive to people in the LGBT community. He wrote, "It's exasperating to hear it's okay to be gay as long as we don't do gay." He says that belongs in the last century, but he also added that the website does have some positive elements.
All right, Fox 13's Ben Winslow at Temple Square. Thanks.